Hello. Hello. Lordship,
Yes.
I think number 11, 12, 13, 14, Lordship. Lordship, in item 11, in the civil revision, Lordship, the impeachment order has been passed by Lordship's.
Okay.
Lordship.
Okay.
Yes. So Lordship,
Okay, list.
can be
Before. List is matter without one of us. Well, before any other appropriate bench without one of us, her name. Huh? Okay. 11. That is 11.
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
But 11, 12, 13, 14, they're all together.
They're all connected.
All together. Okay.
All together.
Then these matter.
Mr. Lordship.
Okay.
Lordship, in item number 14, kindly allowed us to withdraw our name from Bagaladama Lordship.
In item?
Item number 14. For respondent number 5 and 6.
So 14 is also connected. So in the next bench. Okay.
Lordship, I also like to mention item number 16, Lordship.
Yes.
16 and 17, Lordship. Lordship, in 1869 for the appellant, Lordship. Lordship, it is better in law after vacation, Lordship. My senior simply took this today.
Okay. Which for the respondent is present?
Lordship, I'm for the respondent here, respondent 4. And I'm also the petitioner in the WPC 296 of 2023.
Okay. Mr. Fosega Forte. Some studies, senior is some difficulties. They therefore pray for adjournment of the matter to be listed after the entering summer vacation, to which the Learning Council for the respondent has no objection. Accordingly, the prayer is allowed. List this matter after entering summer vacation. Okay.
Bless my Lord.
Yeah, please, Lordship.
Yes.
My Lord, mention hearing item number 1826. Pending is submitted after 2 weeks. After a consent from the parties.
Okay. Who is for the petitioner?
State is the appeal. Appellant.
Oh, state is the appellant.
Yes.
Okay. Respondent. Yes. Okay. No objection. Mr. Tivabhom, Learning Council, Government Advocate for the state, Learning Government Advocate for the appellant, prays for listing this matter after the ensuing summer vacation, to which the Learning Council appearing on behalf of the respondent has no objection. Prayer allowed. List this matter after the ensuing after 3 weeks. Okay.
Libraries Lordships.
Yes,
Lordships, I'd like to mention hearing item number 15, fixed matter. Lordship, here, I pray that this matter may be adjourned for the day and be listed on 16th of July after break.
Lordship,
Uh,
here,
yes.
I've already informed the opposite parties also. My
Yes.
senior is on leave.
Who is on leave?
City earlier.
Okay.
Lordship, we kindly appreciate that on 14/5/2025, it has been passed in and even the IAC for vacation of the status quo order is not considered on the next date fixed, and endeavor shall be made to hear and dispose of the writ petition appeal on merit. What has happened is on 6/5/2025, because of this delay, we have even filed, there is a status quo order here, Lordship. So we have even filed IA for vacation of the status quo order that is pending. Now it's 2 months. Even the IA for vacation. And still, they are seeking time. This is not an isolated case, and Lordships will kindly appreciate that this is similarly situated case
Yes.
that went to Supreme Court and already dismissed.
Yes.
Now, this case, as if it is an isolated case, has been pending this long and it cannot go on like this. This is the 15th time today listed.
This is with regards to the SI.
Yes, Lordship. My lord, but my lords have also appeared here, said so.
Since
And it
anyway,
cannot
but,
go on like this.
so, but then since he is not present, and you have also given consent, so it will be finally heard on the next. You are seeking for date.
16.
Date is 16/7.
Right after break.
Or vacation
67.
is just in the discussion of this or honorable court, Lordship. I have read from before that every time I have read that because of this status quo order, they are taking advantage.
Okay, so anyway, we'll fix finally. One more date can be given.
Lordship.
Okay.
And on that day, it came the sick time. What will be the option for
Six.
that?
So on that day, at least vacation of this application can be taken up on that day, on the next date. It will be vacated. It will not extend, it will not be extended.
Instead of
The status quo order will not be extended. Okay, Mr.
fixed for hearing, Lordship, along with the.
Some state. Senior Mr. Siri Jamil has some personal difficulties today and prays for adjournment of the matter and to be fixed on 16/7/2025, to which Mr. Judge Zimome, Land Council, the Land Council for the respondent has no objection. Prayer allowed, list this matter again on 16/7/2025.
And to
On
dispose of the case
on which date?
on merits.
All endeavor shall be made to dispose of the entire matter. Okay.
Lordship.
Okay.
Of Lordship.
Please, my lords.
Yes.
My lords, I'd like to mention, item number 28. I've taken the concern of the other parties. Let this matter, come after the vacation.
After vacation.
Lordships.
Okay. Mr.
Adjournment.
Land Council for the
The-
appellant, pray for adjournment of the matters to be listed after the vacation, to which the Land Council for the respondent state has no objection. Prayer allowed. List this matter after the ensuing summer vacation. Okay.
Yes, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, I beg to mention hearing item number 27. Your Lordship, I beg to mention the listed after summer vacation.
Okay, you're for the state respondent.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Lordship, I'm for the appellant, I'm for the state.
State is stable.
I'm the
Oh,
appellant.
sorry. You are for the appellant. So no objection.
No.
Okay. Miss,
No.
Lana Council appearing on behalf of Mr. Supongwati Waling, Lana Council for the respondent. Prays for adjournment of the matter and to be listed after the ensuing summer vacation, to which the Lana Council for the appellant has no objection. Prayer allowed. List this matter after the summer vacation. Okay.
Motion made.
That is your worship.
Yes.
Worship, I'd like to mention appeal number 5, worship. Motion by senior and some personal difficulties because the prayer of the matter may is disrupt the vacation. Item number 5.
Writ appeal. Okay, Mr.
No,
Lana Council submits that each senior has some personal difficulties to this, which for the
Come for the state.
okay. Therefore, pray for adjournment of the matter for 3 weeks, to which the Lana Council appearing, the Lana Council for the opposite party has no objection. Prayer allowed. List this matter after the ensuing summer vacation. Okay.
worship, single prayer for item number 7.
Seven, no objection. Okay, similar order. Yes,
So to we should add on 8 of the order to it.
yes,
Looks like on the last occasion, an order was passed by this order because the police list the matter after the disposal of a case pending before the
okay,
Supreme Court.
yes,
So the Supreme Court has not taken up the judgment yet.
okay. We'll see and pass the similar order. The earlier order passed after the disposal, it was passed after,
No,
to be listed after the disposal of the,
no, the hearing was supposed to take up sometime in March.
okay,
The matter, but the matter was not taken up. Until now, it has not been taken.
okay, then when do you want this matter to be listed?
So, those of the grade, instead of the disposal of the.
Okay. That is why you have the number, Supreme Court.
Motion by only to place the.
Okay, that is why. Okay, let us wait for some time. We'll pass order. Okay.
For admission, item number 1.
Just 20. Yes.
This is Dr.
Yes,
If last hearing was done on 2nd of April 2025, thereafter, in view of the fact that Honorable Justice case is not take up this case, the matter has been kept pending for quite long period.
yes,
So, Lordship, certain orders has been passed. So, in Lordship, you kindly allow me to refer to the order.
please.
2/4/2025, then accordingly, item wise, we can pass
Yes.
necessary orders.
Yes,
So may I go to the order,
please,
2/4/2025?
please.
Now, Lordship, you can say acquisition of land, A. I'm not, referring to the paragraph 1 to 5.
Yes,
That is acquisition of GNH
126.
Yes, 126. The issue pertaining to change 126 arises in Bangla Bahar. In order to get 12/22/25, it was ordered the return spot verification was conducted along with the concerned officials of various departments, including the NHIDCL. So if so, upon such verification being carried out, it was ascertained that the area of land at measuring such and such has been affected for proper flow of the river, and assessment was worked out pertaining to the acquisition of the land and the assessment of damage. This verification report which was made for the commissioner on 10/2/2025 for further action. The coordinate bench of this court by order dated 12/2025 that directed to place instruction to report the action taken on the report of the commissioner demand, so as to complete the process of land acquisition and expulsion of the riverbank for the rainy season. Then, Malord, I would like to know, so far, Malord, we all have seen the land, the other side, the river bank, other side, has not been cut. And in view of the flood, Lordship, the GBU wall constructed. Also, I could see from the video and I have seen personally has been damaged to a certain extent at the ground. So it will be washed away also because the channel is now very narrow. This honorable court has passed 2-3 orders before the rainy season to ensure that the land is required and the river bank is widened on the other side so that the pressure will not be generated on the newly constructed GBU wall. Now let the additional energy give instruction. Yes, something done now. What is the position now?
Yes.
Your Lordship, the order dated 2nd April, it is in conjunction with order dated to the second January 2025.
Yes.
Regarding the acquisition of the lands in the river bed of the Chatti River, down during the Bakala.
Yes.
So after the instruction of the honorable court, the order dated 22nd January 2025, the Deputy Commissioner to Kohima, I filed one affidavit on 6 March 2025. So in the annexure, in my affidavit, annexure 6, that is, we have asked for the direction of the honorable court, we have done all the assessment and again, the guys also already worked out for the Revenue Department. It was a joint verification, I mean, jointly work out the assessment. And the same assessment was submitted to Commissioner Nakale. So that is NHS our filed on 6 March 2025. Then again, as per the query from the Deputy Commissioner to Kohima, that we have already submitted, but yet to receive any response from the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So we are still awaiting.
Lordship,
I will be allowed to file application the next day. How long we have taken the step on the Commissioner.
The proposal was made by the Deputy Commissioner,
Yes, today.
submitted to the government.
Yes.
It is still lying pending before the
Yes.
government.
Yes.
now,
Hmm.
because of the delay,
Hmm.
unfortunately, it's a situation where it's just an unfortunate situation where it appears the commissioner and the state government is sleeping away. That's how we miss the season and the rain is come. And the fear is that now already a portion of on the ground, the authority engineer is present, he will be in a better position to highlight. But the base acquisition of the video, that a portion is already damaged. And if the foundation is damaged, then the whole road may go again.
Hmm.
So let them highlight, let the authority
Kind-
engineer highlight the position.
The present position.
Then the appropriate order may be issued here.
Yes.
On the 16th of June, there was a heavy rain and a kind of cloudburst kind of situation, due to which the water level suddenly rose more than expected level, along with some debris in pain. So, and then, as sir rightly said, the width of the river at that point is very narrow. So directly hit on the basement of the structure, gabion structure. And it affected the top protection. The main structure is still okay, but the top protection structure is affected. Now we are taking immediate remedial measures. An expert committee is on their visit from our headquarters, including the major experts in this broad field. So their visit is currently underway. For last 3 days, we are in Today they will formalize immediate remedial measures and also long-term measures. Accordingly, we will act.
Lordship, it's a situation even in, because now it is only June. Just just the beginning of the monsoon. So unless some urgent step is taken to widen the river right, whatever remedial step they will take, they'll be taken to protect the structure. But who knows, that may not suffice, and ultimately the whole thing we don't know, because the act of God, if another cloud bursts, then it may be a whole thing will be washed away. So it's an unfortunate situation where the state government and the commissioner is sleeping over it. That's true. In fact, this issue has been raised since March, since January.
Yes.
It was pointed out to this honorable court since January, an order has been passed to acquire the land and to widen the riverbank. Lordship has been sitting on several locations, and the Lordship is well aware about the concern being highlighted by me. So, my lord, appropriate order has to be issued. And then the commissioner, Nagaland, file an affidavit. So that this issue will be finally decided on 16th, on the next day, right after the vacation. Because this is a very important issue, Lord.
We have already formulated, worked out the total estimate and it is ready for tendering. As soon as the approvals are done.
If subject to confirmation, I am told the land belongs to tourism department.
Yes.
It does not belong to a private individual also, it is for them. It's government's land.
It belongs to the department.
So, Malak, so in fact, during the accordingly on the last occasion, also it was pointed out that since the land belongs to tourism department, with an understanding that the fund as when the compensation is paid, it will be paid to the government only, or government cannot, or government can, waive the lordship compensation and allow the widening on public interest, because it's only a lordship, and we have all have seen the place, the other side of the bank. So, Malak, even now, it is not too late for the government to act, so that before the,
When
heavy monsoon in December.
when this proposal was made to the department by the deputy commissioner?
Was in the month of February.
February.
Yes.
February 18.
Hmm.
And Lordship here, now we are talking about the commissioner. We did our job, and it is at least the respondent number one, the Minister of Water and Transport, respondent number one in the percentage.
But the issue is this, lordship. On technicality, they are playing, but since the land belongs to the state government, and they have already done that NHIT sale is willing to pay the compensation. So why the state government is sleeping over it?
No, Your Lordship, the thing
That is
is,
the issue.
no, we have done the spot valuation, and we have done the assessment, we work out the rate of the area and land, and we submitted to the ministry. Now that amount has to be paid by the ministry. So we are not denying, but we have done our job.
You see, the question is,
We have at least the concerned ministry who is going to make all the expenses.
lordship, the question is this.
Hmm.
Compensation, payment of compensation process may take very little time. But the fact remains that it is coming. And it is government subject to repetition, that it's government's land. So government should have passed an order that this is the assessment. This is amount of compensation to be paid, but in the meantime, widen it. Because it doesn't belong to the private individual, it belongs to government with the understanding that it could have been finished long time. That is the point. If it belongs to a private individual, then the issue would be different. In fact, that was the kind of support on the last occasion also, when it was expressed as it belongs to government, then it is not recorded for there, but then that was in course of discussion that has been continued to the government also. That's why, since it belongs to government, why not you go ahead? And with an understanding that the money when compensation is paid, it will go to the government's treasury. So, Malord, that aspect may kindly be taken note of, so that a direction will be issued to the Commissioner Nagaland to file an affidavit and to indicate that if it belongs to government's, if it is a government's land, then what step to be given to ensure that for larger. Then lordship B, construction at the bridge of drainage.
So supposing, if it is, this land belongs to the tourism department,
Good.
whether the tourism already acquired
Yes.
the land, or then in that case, okay,
Because I doing verification, and assessment was all
okay.
out. All the concerned is all
No, you're also not disputing that it belongs to the tourism department, isn't it?
Because as per that, our spot verification, the concerned department, all the concerned department were there at the time of our spot verification.
Okay,
So, Malol, the detail file the commissioner in the true picture will emerge.
hmm,
Because spot verification is already done by the department along with the village council. So the underground, it is already silent.
Okay. Then the commissioner will be directed to
Yes.
file detailed affidavit.
Yes. So
Okay. Now, just a minute, take the point, later on the presence of the parties will be recorded. So this will begin with in continuation of the earlier order stroke direction of the coordinate bench. We find it relevant to deal with the same specifically on follows, as follows, stuff. Then A will be acquisition of lane of Chinese 128 and 26. This is headline, heading.
may I go ahead, Lordship?
Yes, okay.
Then, Lordship, B, construction of Chinese not right. The mother is today.
Just a minute, just a minute, Mr. Kamasa. Let me take the points. Okay,
Yes.
just the Mr. Takamasa, Learned Amicu, Learned Senior Government, sorry, Learned Senior Advocate, assisted by so-and-so, appearing as an amicus curiae. Some is that the lane is, well, the lane which is to be acquired at changes 126 in Paglapahar area belongs to the tourism department.
Subject to confirmation, of course, very much.
Okay, is reported to belongs to, is stated to be belong to the tourism department. Due to onset of the monsoon, the lane damage is causing. Its damage has already caused now.
Yes.
Okay, and it is likely to be caused more, which will be difficult in the later stage. So at this, therefore, the acquisition of the lane, it belongs to the tourism department will carry on. In the meantime, the works would carry works would progress to restore. Works would be allowed to progress. Stop. Mr. Tim Song, an additional advocate general, Nagaland, some state. The proposed was made by the Deputy Commissioner Chimukidima, and it is pending before the Commissioner Nagaland, the government.
It was put up to the commission, and also the mentioned the date on which the proposal was put up.
Okay, when the proposal was made? Proposal was made by the Deputy Commissioner Chimukidima on 18 February for acquiring the land, and the same is pending before the government. Government means before the commissioner. Okay, Commissioner Nagaland. In this regard, and Mr. George, yeah? Okay, the authority engineer is also present, and submits that the proposal has also, proposal for construction, you have started.
We are ready for
It's
with the estimates.
Okay,
Tendering.
you have made a proposal.
We have made the estimates and
Okay.
ready for tendering.
Okay,
Once this.
some state,
once the land is.
okay, the estimate has
You're
already been
putting
prepared.
the land acquisition.
That acquisition.
Land acquisition is connected to the government. Estimate has already been prepared, made, and the tendering process, tendering, it is ready for tendering process. Okay, so subject to the correction, in this regard, the commissioner shall file a detailed, the affidavit, detailed affidavit
Go to the.
with
status-
with regard to the status with regard to the acquisition of the land stuff. However, this court feel that in the meantime, since the, however, the Mr. Takamasa, land amicus curiae, submit that since the land belongs to the tourism department, the process for acquisition will go on, but in the meantime, the work progress and the process for tendering should also be should be allowed to proceed with. Okay, but then I'll subject to correction. Okay.
Lordship,
This is only point.
the forwarding to the commissioner said not it was on 10 February.
10 February, okay.
Not 18.
Then also the construction of the bridge at JH 165. That is the. This is the hydro bridge. Now, on the last occasion, it was pointed out that certain persons claiming to be landowners were disturbing the smooth construction of the bridge in two area. 165, then 165.670 to 165.87840. Now, since our engineer is here, he can highlight the position.
Lordship, we are
Yes.
approached the district administration and they are intervening,
Yes.
and with their help, we could solve the problem. Currently, the work is progressing at this location.
Hmm?
Currently, the work is progressing at these locations.
Okay, so there is no more disturbance.
It appears so.
There is no issue at all.
Okay,
So it was just
No, whether the order, if that is so,
No
Then,
order needs to be passed.
if you are progressing smoothly, then no order will be required at the moment. Have some today currently. Then
Okay.
C, sinking area GH 164. Don't you here, come along with
Yes.
to reach. We
yes,
have taken note of the order dated to 12/3/25, whereby the learned quadrant page of this court and directed the respondent number 15 to submit a design with regard to file foundation work with the GH 164 at Futsal and NHIDCL with a period of 2 weeks. That is the evidence slide. If due consideration will report approval. E. The authority declares submitted that the proposals submitted by respondent 15 contain two aspects. One is the construction of a culvert, which is already within the scope of work, and the other is the construction of a bridge, which is outside the scope of work. He submitted that for the purpose of construction of a bridge, as it is outside the scope of the work, it will require further approvals, so would be outside the scope of the work. Any charity in that regard would take a decision if it is at all necessary at the later stage. However, for the purpose of construction of the culvert, would be given the scope of the work. There are certain problems which are being faced by the NHIDCL as well as the contractor, as much as certain landowners were not allowing the construction of the culvert in view of the fact that with the construction of the said culvert water will be diverted to your land thereby diminishing the value of your land. The authority engineer highlighted at this point.
So the culvert is half constructed now, but the landowners are not allowing for us to continue the remaining part. They're asking for compensation, which is much more than the normal required land. We need some certain extent of land only for the diversion of the water channel. But the landowner is claiming like they need, there more area maybe get affected, so they are asking for more compensation. Currently, we have requested the DC to administration to solve this issue.
Well, then the direction will be given to the commissioner to settle the claim compensation.
yes, earlier that same observation has been made and then also directed probably to the deputy commissioner and the SP.
Yes. But since the matter relates to,
Hmm.
the is partly paid. Certain amount paid. Or yet to be resolved. Lordship, it appears, there, it is.
Earlier, it was not paid.
No,
Additional land is required.
Additional.
Land is required for analyzing the water beyond the ROW. So according to our calculation, we need certain extent of land, but the landowner is saying that more of his land will get damaged, so he's asking for more claim.
because Lordship, if Lordship, the guy is paragraph 1, which I read, it states that the culvert will be constructed outside the scope of work.
Mhm.
So that in that view of the matter, paragraph 2, outside the scope of the work, so unless and until the then compensation is settled.
Okay.
You will continue to have problems. So if the commission, Kohima referred directed to settle the issue expeditiously because unless and until that water is diverted and proper construction is done, that smart slide will
Okay. Then
occur again.
see, sinking area of
Yes.
chain is 64, huh? Sinking area chain is 64.
160.
164. Okay, in this regard.
What
Mr.
about this affidavit? Is it filed? There was a direction to file an affidavit also,
So far, Lordship, kept that received by
taking into account urgency,
report
the
be
matter
submitted by
will be submitted by way of affidavit.
By way of affidavit, it was to be filed.
district administration is supposed to file, not justify.
Now, they, here in the towards the Kohima, the two portions, so we have already filed in, there, but it's the river. And it was not, I think, fine. So sometimes the party also used to confuse, there are two area. Means the next post, yeah, out of it.
In fact,
So don't you allowed to file a affidavit there?
Lordship, in fact, the direction was to file for a district administration to file on or before 15 April.
Yes, or no, before 15.
So whether the comprehensive
Yeah.
affidavit will be filed before the next date, by the deputy commissioner, by the.
Deputy Commissioner Kohima.
Kohima on this issue.
That is towards the river, that's the river, we have found that affidavit.
But this specific
Regarding
affidavit,
the,
this affidavit, specific affidavit.
yes, regarding Albert, I think it is
So
not.
let them file.
Okay.
And another issue here, Lordship, here, my learned friend is appearing for, this one, number 19, who is responsible for slope management.
Hmm.
Now, on the last occasion, it was followed in notice of this and the whole court.
In the same sinking zone.
Yes.
Okay.
Above the road, the management of the slope.
Hmm.
So, respondent number 19 has been awarded contract for
Oh, for the
slope
slope.
management, but that, slope
Not slope
protection,
protection.
sorry, but that could not be done so far because of certain issues. So there, I would like to know what is the status, because on the last occasion, they have filed certain affidavit. on
Just,
the- on the issue.
okay, just a minute, then in this regard, just a minute. Regard, just let me take the points, Mr. George, the authority engineer submits that the work is under progress. However, the landowner is still claiming and not allowing the,
Now we need to complete the construction, half of the culvert is completed.
Okay.
The remaining half we are not.
although the half of the culvert is completed, due to the disturbance by the landowner, it could not be completed. There for non-receipt of, non-settlement of the compensation, additional compensation. So in this regard, the deputy commissioner, the district administration, as well as the NHIDCL was directed to engage in negotiation and to find out the solution. However, and to submit the report by way of affidavit.
By
the same-
15/4/25.
But the same, however, Mr. himself, Land Council for the Land Additional AG submits that. So this could not, affidavit could not be filed. Okay. Just a minute, pray for some more time.
Just to file a- then we
You have
will
to
start
file-
with this paragraph.
Pray for some more time to file
Yes.
affidavit, okay? In this regard, the district administration. It is only, direction should be only to the district administration?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the district administration. Shall, is the. Shall negotiate with the private lane owner in this regard and file detailed affidavit by the next date on by 16th,
My lord, they did be filed within 2 weeks time.
within 2 weeks, okay, from today. Okay, yes, what was that?
And Lordship in change 164,
Hmm.
response number 19 has been allowed the contract for.
Has it been reflected in the last order?
No, it is not reflected. But
Okay.
since we are.
Yes, 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 yes,
we are
no.
in change 164
Yes, yes,
Here, your worship, the response number 19, I am.
This is regarding slope management.
Slope protection board.
Okay,
The
slope,
contract has been awarded. to
okay,
the
slope
worship.
protection wall.
But last year, in the month of August, worship, a massive landslide occurred because of which worship is changed the entire scope of the work and was not possible to execute the work as per the original plan, your worship. But now I can inform that the work has started, your worship. So on the next day, your worship, I will be allowed to file a detailed affidavit. Yes, as regard the slope protection.
Okay,
work.
we can, slope protection,
Work.
Senate 164.
slope, again, slope protection work at, in chain is 164, huh? So this was not on record in the,
No.
okay. Hmm. Mr. TP Jamil, District Council, for the, and,
Response number 19.
respondent number 19. Respondent number 19 is,
McCaffrey.
okay, McAfee. Okay, McAfee was made a party later on, okay.
Yes.
McAfee, some is that.
Has been awarded the contract for slope protection work.
Okay, who has been, who was awarded the contract for slope protection work? Some is that,
That work has started. Now the work has started.
the work has already started.
So I may be allowed to file a detailed affidavit.
Okay, so, and praise for allowing him to file detailed affidavit. Detailed affidavit giving the status of the work,
Your worship.
progress of the work. Okay, by the, within 2 weeks, okay, by the next date. Okay.
And Lordship, before we go, that is the portion maintained by the state government.
Hmm.
Now, Lordship, in Bangla Bahar,
Hmm.
recently, Lordship, there was a rock fall and whereby a dumper driver was
Guilt.
killed. Lordship, I'm just placing the newspaper report.
Hmm.
Now, Lordship,
Okay.
Lordship, on 6 locations, contract was awarded to the respondent number 19 for construction of rock fall barrier. Unfortunately, in the portion, I do not exactly remember the mileage, but in Bangla Bahar, in the place where the work was conducted to them, this tragedy has come. Lordship, it's a very serious issue because previous years also, there were human casualties, injuries and all that. We are well aware this is not the first isolated incident. So, Lordship, my respectful submission, under what circumstances? Because if that fall barrier is constructed, how the stone fell and people were injured, and the condition of that particular portion, what is happening? So my respectful submission is, let the NHIT cell, the district administrator, Deputy Commissioner Kohima, and the NHIT cell in respondent number 19, file a detailed affidavit on this issue. How it has happened. Because if the rock fall barriers are constructed, then how come how come tragedy of people were killed there? So only after a detailed affidavit being filed, further step will be taken up.
Okay,
Your
Mr. Takam.
worship,
just
I will make a small submission there, your worship. Now, respondent number 19 has been awarded the contract for installation of rock fall barrier, your worship, where net is installed, your worship. Now, in 6 locations. And in my affidavit, which I filed on 11/2/2025, I've given an undertaking that I'll be completing the work by by 31st of May 2025, Your Worship.
Hmm.
Now, out of 6, I have completed the work in 5 locations, Your Worship. Now, the unfortunate incident has happened in Chenish 126.550. 126.550 and 126.700. Yes. That is where the unfortunate incident happened, that the rock fell, Your Worship. And in this, Your Worship, authority engineer is here, NHLDC, Your Worship. This is the location where respondent number 19 is yet to complete the work, Your Worship. And the reason being that because of diversion of road, NHLDC has instructed us. I am told that we have written instruction to stop the work because of some diversion being there. So because of that, we have not done that. But now we have been asked to carry out the work. So the work is on. We have started, Your Worship. So this will be completing by 21st of July. But as the London Senior Council has said, we may be allowed to file articles after the bit.
Lordship, how under what circumstances the work was stopped? This led to the human casualty. All this issue has to be looked into with all seriousness. So let the competent authorities file highlighting the issues by the NHRDC, Deputy Commissioner Chumukidima and respondent number 19. Then at the next stage, the issue can be taken up.
Okay, Mr. Takamasa, that is amicus curiae. Some is that an unfortunate incident happened. On which date it was?
A day before, Lordship.
Okay,
May 30th May.
38 May, which was reported in the newspaper. Incident happened at chain is 1.
Teenage.
126.550.
Okay, 126.550 and
126.700.
120.
In
between 126.550
and
126.700.
yes.
And submits that since the respondent 19 has been awarded 16 six contract work.
No, it's a 6 location.
At 6 work at 6 location for the rockfall barrier protection. If the work is under progress, he queried if the work is under progress and the rockfall barrier has been constructed, how the incident and how such unfortunate incident
In 5 were completed.
an adjustment
Yes.
happened. So he submits that the Deputy Commissioner Chumikudima and the respondent number 19 be directed to file detailed affidavit explaining the detail regarding the incident, unfortunate incident, stuff. Then Mr. Shri Jamir, Land Council for the respondent number 19 submits that the respondent number 19 were given a work to in the 6 location. Out of 6, 5 location has already been completed. And in the 6th one, chain is between 126.550 and 126.770. The unfortunate incident occurred.
Yes.
Stop. So in this regard, the Deputy Commissioner Chumukudima and the respondent number 19 shall file
As soon as the NHRDC.
as well as the NHIDCL shall file detailed affidavit regarding the incident and the progress of the work.
Yes.
Okay. Within 2 weeks. Okay.
Lordship. Then Lordship, another important issue. On the last issue, Lordship, the newspaper will be part as part of that.
Okay. Okay. So,
Then Lordship, the steel bailing bridge. It is not recorded here because earlier, prior to this, on 13, when the matter was heard on 12/3/2025,
Mm.
it was brought to the notice by the respondent contractor
Mm.
that all the materials has reached and they are about to start construction of the unfinished steel daily bridge.
Mm.
That was a specific submission given. In that way of the matter issue was not taken up on 2/4/2024 in view of the submission earlier. So since the authority engineer is here, I would like, but the other day I have visited, it is still yet to start. And I have not seen any material on the ground also. So I don't know whether, but who is right or who is wrong. So let the authority engineer highlight this fact.
The contractor has brought in the required materials for the balance construction, but they are not mobilized the labor for executing the work at site.
So Malak, so the direction will be given
To Brandy.
to the brand leaders. This one,
Okay,
Procedural.
then the headline will be
responded number 15.
Bailey Steel Bridge.
Yes, responded number 15. Kitna manage thing? 155 at mileage 155.254. 254. A change. But this was not discussed on the last occasion.
But prior to that, it was discussed. Huh?
In fact, an undertaking that the submission was that everything is on the ground and they are going to start.
R15 absent.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Mr. Mozoe also.
not awarded to the. No, it was awarded to the respondent number 15.
Yeah, it was. Running.
Moji was for the
Yes.
respondent number 15. Initially, already order for materials. Well, they have already ordered for last occasion, says that order for materials and other
Yes.
resources.
After,
To start.
after the submission of the authority engineer,
Okay.
the materials is rich, but we are not able to
Okay.
mobilize the manpower so far.
Okay. Regarding. Okay, by an order date, on 12/3/2025, Mr. Mojoy, Land Council for the respondent number 15, informed this court that the respondent number 15 has been awarded the work for construction of the Bailey Steel Bridge at Chinese 155. And in person to the awarded work, the respondent number 15 has already ordered for the materials and other resources to start the work at Bailey Steel Bridge at Chinese 155. However, the now Mr. Takamasa, land amicus query, submitted. So far, nothing has been done with regards to the Bailey Steel Bridge at Chinese 155 stop. Mr. George, the engineer, submitted, although the material are there.
He's observed that materials are there.
Although it could observe that the materials and other resources and the materials are being dropped in the Bailey Steel Bridge at Chinese 155. However, it appears that they could not mobilize the
Manpower.
Hmm?
Manpower for the.
manpowers. So under the circumstances, the respondent number, who will file affidavit? Respondent number 15 is directed to file a detailed affidavit. Since the work has already been awarded, so they are supposed to start the work.
Yes.
and then should direct direct them to start the work.
Yes, and file an app, if you got it.
Yes.
And file an
Okay.
app. You got
Yes,
it?
yes, start the work and-
Is directed to is, since the material are already dropped, are already at the location, the respondent number 15 is directed to start immediately start the work and to file detailed affidavit giving detail about the detail regarding the Bailey Steel Bridge at Chinese 155 within 2 weeks.
Watch.
Okay.
Finally, doctor,
Hmm.
D,
Detailed status report, status, okay.
then I will, not taking advantage of the business of the authority engineer. I would like to know the.
George is authority engineer, huh?
I
Okay.
would like to know the total progress of the package three so far, how much work has been completed?
Package 3 is at currently at 61.84%.
61.
61.84. Maybe 62. then count.
When is the term of the contract?
September.
September, we are supposed to complete the project by
September.
But
Now
so far
61.
only 61.52%, 62%. So, doctor, a direction will be issued to the respondent number 15 to file a affidavit undertaking that you should be completing the remaining within the stipulated time.
Okay.
Because respondent number 15 is the contractor for package 3. And
Package 3.
package 3, right? And you're supposed to, as per the contract agreement, you're supposed to complete the project by September this year. Only 61% has been completed. So a direction will be issued to them to file an app and taking affidavit that they'll complete the project by September.
This is package 3.
Yes. Yes.
Mr.
They will file an affidavit and
Okay,
undertaking by when you'll be completing the project.
Okay. On the progress of the work under package, a contract in respect of package 3.
Respondent number 15. Doctor.
Mr. George, authority engineer. Now, who is respondent authority engineer in HDS, NHI, DCL? Some states the present progress. Sorry, the progress of the work achieved so far is
62%.
61.
62.8 was rounded up to 62.
62 point.
62.
Okay, 62%. Okay, stop. Mr. George, authority engineer, who will file affidavit?
15, and it's
15.
Okay.
others to the contractor.
Okay. The respondent number 15 is the contractor in respect of the package 3. Okay. The respondent number 15, the contractor of the package number 3 is directed to a self-file affidavit regarding the progress made on the package 3. You will have to show in the bar chart also. Show the bar chart also. Okay. The affidavit should accompanied by the bar chart of the progress, okay, of the work within 2 weeks.
Yes. And when you complete, when you'll be complete.
And also indicate that.
Yes. When he shall be completing the project.
And also indicate. No, it is to be completed by September.
Yes, so the undertaking that will be completed.
And also file an affidavit undertaking that the work shall be completed by September 8th. It was by which order?
As per the contract.
As per the contract terms. Okay, by September as per the contract terms.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then finally, Lordship B, this is like due to the judge, to the last order. This stretch, JH 172.900 to 185.540 falls within the jurisdiction of the state highway. None. And it's
None.
none in any-
Chinese?
It's not been done in the
It's human.
Hmm? Yes,
trade square, not. trade
yes,
square.
yes.
Yes. This portion falls within the jurisdiction of National Highway State. After said government and also over the since last year, I have been raising the issue of the deplorable condition of the portion and the need for black topping and maintenance, so on and so forth. Now, in spite of the direction that this honorable court to black top the road, the state government were unable to do it because of sanction resource constraints, and it was called to the notice of the local court that they have approached the central government for fund. But in the meantime, we had engaged respondent number 20 to the representative petition, to the result PIL for maintenance of the for restoration. Now, I'm coming to the portion which might not look
Page 12 and
12 onwards. So can you allow me to read?
Page 12 what?
order dated 2nd April 2025.
Okay. It's paragraph.
Paragraph.
Bottom of the page.
Yes, D, the heading D.
Under D.
Yes, okay.
So the construction of four laning from Dimapur to Kohima has been made in order to have proper access to the capital
You
city.
are reading which paragraph?
Paragraph
D,
one,
D1, D1.
Okay.
D. Very good.
Yes, yes, okay, the construction, okay.
The construction of the four laning from Dimapur to Kohima has been made in order to have proper access to the capital city. It therefore submitted that if this particular stretch of road which falls within the jurisdiction of National Highway Division of the state government is not maintained, the very construction of the four laning from Dimapur to Kohima would be rendered ineffective. They further submitted that the same route in question is lifeline for all vehicles traveling to Nagaland and Manipur. Mr. Such and such submitted that after grant of sanction for special repair by the MOR, special repair for reconstruction of the project, special repair for reconstruction of the project works, clearance of landslides, and restoration of damaged stretch with non-bituminous items of works was sanctioned. In that regard, a work order was issued to respondent number 20. This is no problem. Council on behalf of respondent number 20 submitted that within the scope of the work awarded, the work was already completed within 3 months, and a completion certificate was also issued to respondent number 3. The Omega 20 submitted that if the work has been completed and a completion certificate has been issued to the respondent number 20, the work which have been done under no circumstances can be said to be a work for the purpose of restoration of the work, in as much as the condition is still deplorable. Then, I'm not going further. Now, I don't know what kind of maintenance has been done, because completion certificate has been issued by the National Highway to respondent number 20. Now, only last week I visited the place and in some portion, especially opposite the petrol pump, just after Totuma bypass. Even my Fortuner would not go past that place because only mud and no stone. So with the rain, in fact, that particular portion was already blocked by the authorities so that no vehicle were allowed to apply. That is the condition of the maintenance in the completion certificate issue. And after the rain, whatever little maintenance, so-called maintenance is all gone. Now since the completion certificate is issued to respondent number 20, now he is taking a stand that I have completed my work. The completing authority has issued a completion certificate, so I should be discharged from the liability. Technically, he is right, but under what circumstances completion certificate was issued? That is a big question mark. Because everything we are playing, Lordship, I did not highlight the position because the Lordship has been are traveling more often than me in that particular portion. So, my lord, in that view of the matter, on the last occasion also a direction was issued to ensure that paragraph 7 to that order, we have given a due thought and consideration to said submission, taking into account that the sanction is yet to be obtained and the and the road which has now been repaired by the respondent number 20 would be rendered useless if appropriate steps are not being taken to maintain the safe road. We direct the utility authorities to maintain the safe road in proper usable condition till the sanction is received from board. That was a direction issued by this honorable court, but nothing, no development underground. Now the respondent number 20 has washed off his hands since completion certificate has been issued to him. But Lordship, underground, we all know the position. In fact, how completion certificate was issued only after putting some months, I don't know. Because if when the rain comes, if it was some stones, chips or something was bought, then we won't be in this position. So my responsible submission is the chief engineer highway or the competent authority should be directed to properly maintain the road. That is the respondent number
Your Worship,
4 and 5.
in that connection, I will be allowed to give a submission.
So they were also asked to bring on record the status as regard the maintenance of the
Your
road.
Worship, we have filed, respondent number 5, that is the chief engineer, National Highway, we have filed one affidavit on 1st April 2025, where we have incorporated that the completion report issued to the respondent number 20. Your Worship, the thing is here, the road, it is something like drinking of water, human thirst, it is something like that. We will consider our road probably now, tomorrow, that today condition, tomorrow remain like that. So we have to keep in mind, and we have to work out for the people of
Lordship,
state. And so the Lordship here, so the name is the war awarded to respondent number 20 was for restoration of the damage, non-bituminous wall. And for bituminous wall, from the challenge 179, Chosoba Junction to the area will come there. We have written to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highway. So by 13 March, we have written to the ministry, and we are still awaited. Otherwise, regarding the respondent number 20, he done this job, we have issued a completion. Why? Because he have already resolved and he has done his job, non-bituminous wall. So there is no confusion at all.
Lordship, with your apology to issue is
Yes.
the completion certificate was when the completion certificate was issued. 13 March. Completion certificate was issued by 13 March, and by April, it was not liable. On 14, in the month of April, when the matter was brought, I was complaining the issue. And now, Lordship, in the first monsoon,
Now it's already come.
pre-monsoon shower,
It's already come.
pre-monsoon shower, everything is gone. Then what kind of work done and what kind of completion certificate issued? That is a big question. However, Lordship, we are not looking for which road is here. What to be done? Who is responsible to maintain? Well, whether till something washed up your hands saying that the completion certificate was issued in March, so we are not going to responsible anymore. Let the fund comes and we'll do it. After how many months in years the fund will come, we don't know. And what will happen to in the meantime, the common people will suffer. So this is a very serious issue. In fact, it should have been done properly. When the work was allotted, it should have been done properly so that by May, pre-monsoon shower, we should not be raising the complaints. So this aspect of appropriate order that we issued, since completion certificate issued,
it was completed.
I'm not going to say anything about respondent number 20, but something is wrong.
It was completed according to you on 13, and then when you have issued the completion certificate on March.
Yeah.
But in April, it was.
That's quite true.
Yes.
Submission, the story is also quite true. But the damage restored by the respondent number 20, unless it is plateau, definitely it will go.
Yes.
Now, why?
Completion issued in 13 March, then I was raising issue of second.
April.
2nd April, see.
There's a game, restore, and since it was not plateau.
How much time is spent?
So we are present, I'll place some documents, present, we have got a sanction, but because of the duration, because of the period between the completion of the restoration of the non-bituminous work and the bituminous sanction, because of that period, it has already come.
Doctor,
Doctor,
what is this?
So we have
Say,
already received the sanction now.
How it is possible that on the second day it is no longer?
What happened?
for the maintenance was 1 crore 20 lakhs. What they do? In
They-
fact, for this particular portion, for maintenance of that particular.
What was the distance?
Restoration was 1 crore 20 lakhs. So how it was restored?
What was the distance, the length of the work for 1 crore 20 lakhs?
No, actually, that from Kusuma junction to very well.
That's the whole problem, that's the whole
No,
problem.
no, we covered that one, hospital direction underground, and we have covered in the entire stage. That is not covered by this, undergoing construction. We have covered in that. So, your lordship here, by, 10 June, we received from the ministry that they have already.
Whether this non-bituminous work is not followed by, immediately followed by the bituminous work?
Yes, because of.
Not followed.
No, because of the non-session of the sanction, availability of the fund.
Now, how generally it is expected to last?
Yes, that is the issue.
That is the issue. That is the issue. We agree, we don't deny we don't. We have no funds.
Let's go. That's how this has happened. Something is very fishy here.
So, your lordship, we received
Because
the
if
sanction.
the affidavit of respondent number 28, the affidavit of respondent number 20, the completion certificate, Malord, if your lordship, you can see from page, let's say, page 5. Work order. Yes. May I lordship?
Yes.
This is 16 December 2024. Pursuant to your protection and security as stipulated such and such, reconstruction of,
It's page 5.
yes. Reconstruction of JPO wall, repair and restoration of damaged road and clearance of landslide. National Highway new and National Highway under special repair for the year to under BWD Kohima in the state of Nagaland. A contract for rupees 1,98,000 and 98 lakhs 8,580. That was the amount. Nearly 2 crores. Then don't you?
Yes.
Don't you can see next page? Completion certificate.
13 March.
13 March, construction of JPO wall, repair and restoration of damaged road and clearance of landslide, such and such, such and such. So date of commencement, 12 December, 20th December 2024, date of completion, 12 March 2024. Is complete, certified that the work mentioned above is completed satisfactorily, and also the work is executed is as per the specification norms laid down by the department. Then Lordship Mechanic is the next page. The restoration work under special repair, particularly from all KMC town and Mandir area, have been repaired and completed by the contractor with non-bituminous items as per the estimate. The road has been restored to smooth working quality as desired. Protection in the form of champion structure and 4 location reconstruction of a ring wall at 1 location has been completed by the contractor as per the drawing technical specifications. The bituminous restoration for the above location is expected to be done under NHQ, which is under proposal. So, Manor 1 and 2, how what work is been done, where in which portion is highlighted. It is not from that Chusuma function till Larry. It is only in that particular donation here. Completion for this work. This is
Yes, it is exactly.
2 crores, where the 2 crores has been,
No, your lordship, yeah, the thing is,
whether some mark has been drawn, then
No, no.
we're finished.
lordship, I mean, by law, taking the submission, since I'm the one.
Yeah.
That the war restoration of damage awarded to the installment number 2 is a particular portion, under the portion of this number 4. And where we say, so for the sanction is collecting up from the Chusuma junction, that is kilometer 179.900 to 185, that is will come get. And now, at last, we received approval from the ministry on 3rd June 2025, for which I placed documents. And now,
Approval for what?
approval collecting the door.
Okay, now that if the other work, non-bituminous work is gone, then
What is the big problem with this?
No,
Where talking, where are we going?
now what next? Because that non-bituminous work has now gone.
Yes.
Now the sanctioning for it's already approved.
Yes, finding the list.
Okay, then what next? What is to be done?
Now they have to start again for blacktopping, no?
No. The non-bituminous work as per this, as per the submission of the land amicus query, it has gone now,
Yes.
no longer. Now, how do you start with the bituminous work?
We did not believe it's already gone, but blacktopping followed by the other different point of time. So they will take care. I don't think we don't need to go to that action, my lord.
See,
Because without this restoration of damage, blacktopping cannot do by the for the sake of the blacktopping.
now see the work done by the respondent number 20, unless
Yes.
that is intact, how the bituminous work can start?
Yes,
How that,
so
now see how the quality of the work would be now.
no, your worship, the question is very much material. Is without that we cannot pull.
Let him answer specifically. You should not beat about the bush.
No, your worship, it is not like that. The terminal function are found, we have received. So other way, we'll start work, we'll take care. That's all.
Where's the money?
We take care, that's all. Because there is a gap.
No.
There is a gap. Now the terminal work is already done because of the monsoon.
How you will adjust that?
How will it?
So the,
Because this fund is only for the black topping.
yes,
If this is only for black topping, then non-bituminous work had already gone.
yes.
Now, again, you have to sanction for the non-bituminous work. Or what, how to go about? You have to tell clearly.
So leave it to us. Leave it to
No,
us.
see, now how do we compromise the quality again?
If that is the attitude of government, then we have to make a independent inquiry.
See,
We have to make an independent, if that is the, if that is the attitude of living to us.
See,
That means you are not bothered about the order of this court and that the fact that it is monitored by this court, when the matter has been, I'm observing for the 64 or 65 time since 2019. I have visited the place more than 30 times. So far in the last 6 years, in the interest of the people. Now, when the case issue is monitored by the court, if the government says, this is done, we leave it to us. That means court is not required.
why? Because.
it has to be open up, it has to be open up.
Lordship, we have to see that, that non-people's job was awarded to the student number 20, not the whole state, only that particular portion. So why can I say that sanction is for the entire state? It is not true.
See, the cost involved in that particular portion is around 2 crore. Now that has gone. Now this present sanction is for the bituminous work only. Now how do you go about? You have to state clearly. How do you manage this?
My mistake is late. Lordship later respondent number 4. 4 and 5, and especially respondent number 4, the Commissioner Secretary Works and Housing. Let him file a detailed affidavit. How the work has been done so far, what is the condition of the work, whether the work has been properly maintained or not, and with regard to the sanction, how they are going to adjust all that. So let them come to an affidavit, and we'll see on the next stage.
You said that how you are going to adjust with this, because there is a complications, it appears. The certain work gone, and then the sanction is for some other, and how do you adjust? This thing, it appears that there is something in it, so you have to clarify, file a detailed affidavit.
It's detailed by this honorable court.
Yes, that is right.
Respondent already should have been doubly sure before they issue the completion certificate. Because without the satisfaction of this honorable court, whether it was proper to issue a completion certificate to respondent number 20, when it is monitored by the court. Because without the satisfaction of this honorable court, how the concerned engineer had issued a completion certificate, so that the respondent number 20 will get the liability.
Completion was not yet reported, and you have issued the, and then the work is already damaged. You have already then you have issued the completion certificates without.
Monitoring the issue without the satisfaction of the court, without the permission of this honorable court, the completion certificate should not have been issued in the first place.
The reconstruction of protection works, clearance of landslide, and restoration of damaged stretch from chain is 172.900 kilometers to 185.540 kilometer, falling within the Public Work Department, NH Nagaland. While reiterating the earlier submission, Mr. Takamasa, the learned amicus curiae submitted that the Kohima is the heart of the state of Nagaland. The construction of 4-laning from Dimapur to Kohima has been made in order to have proper access to the capital city of Kohima. He therefore submitted that if the particular stretch of road which falls within the jurisdiction of the National Highway Division of the state government is not maintained properly, the very construction of the 4-laning from Dimapur to Kohima would be rendered nugatory. In the meantime, the respondent number 4 not meantime. The respondent number 20 was granted sanction for special repair by the Ministry of Road, Transport and Highway, MORTH, within bracket MORTH, NH, Government of India. Special repair for reconstruction of protection work, clearance of landslide, and restoration of damaged stretch with non-bituminous items of work was sanctioned, and in that sanction to the tune of rupees 1.98 crore. And in that regard, the work order was issued to the respondent number 20. According to the according to the respondent number 20, the work awarded to the respondent number 20 was completed in terms, as per the terms and condition, and thereafter the engineer has, after completion of the work, the engineer engineer has given a completion certificate on 13th March 2025. However, it is submitted that although the work is stated to have completed and the completion certificate was issued, there is no sign of the work having completed in the said location. Start. In this regard, Mr. Im Kim Song, an additional AG, submits that it was damaged after the completion certificate was issued, according to you.
Before monsoon.
Before monsoon.
Yes. No, because that issue raised from the last module, actually. The same issue was raised in the order dated 22nd January.
Let him find it out. We'll see.
The said work got damaged after the issuance of the completion certificate. However, now the bituminous work has now, however, now the government has sanctioned for the bituminous work. Is it so?
Yes.
Bituminous work.
This sanction.
Yes.
The one
So
you're putting just now.
this the present. The government has sanctioned for the,
Ministry.
The ministry.
okay, the ministry has sanctioned for the bituminous work.
But my humble submission that,
Hmm.
when the board is monitoring the
Hmm.
case work, whether how the completion certificate was issued without the permission from this and other for that, my submission may be reported of time.
Hmm. It appears that the government has spent.
Worship, one correction at all.
Hmm.
Hospital, later dated 10/2025, issued by the assistant executive engineer, notice zone ministry. It is, they have not mentioned the bituminous, but in the comments are very clear. Para number 2,
This
it's
one.
clearly stated. In this regard, it is to inform you that the estimated work one-time improvement of NS 39 from kilometer 172.900 Kusuma bypass junction to kilometer 185.540, that it was found that has been sanctioned by Ministry wide leader and Minister and such.
Okay, now then now the government is sanctioned for a sanction. The estimate for the work, one time within inverted comma, one time improvement of NH 39 within bracket old from kilometer 172.900 within bracket Jotsoma bypass junction bracket close to kilometer 185.540 within bracket Larry Welcome Gate bracket close length colon 12.64 kilometer bracket close under Kohima Division 1 Nagaland during 2024-2025 under NH within bracket 0 bracket close. By the ministry, huh? Wide letter dated 3/6/2020, no, letter number NH 120-1/167/2024/NG/John dash 5, Roman 5, dated 3/6/2025. It appears that the government has sanctioned sum of rupees 1,98,880 rupees for reconstruction of gabion wall, repair and restoration of damaged road and clearance of landslide. However, the same got same instead to have damage immediately after the issuance of the clearance certificate, a completion certificate. Under the circumstances, the respondent number whom is to be directed?
4 and 5.
And in the respondent number 4 and 5 shall file a detailed affidavit explaining the detail regarding how they are going to manage the present sanction amount for the non-bituminous as well as the bituminous work.
And also for the director to maintain the report, immediately maintain the, to make
Okay.
it liable.
stop in,
For the-
within 2 weeks, huh? And in the meantime, the respondents are also directed to maintain the road, immediately maintain the road
Falls within National Highway,
which falls within the national highway,
Nagaland.
Nagaland, okay.
Well, they will be listed on the next, right after reopening,
Okay. Hmm.
the date may be, type may be given.
Okay,
16th.
that, in the beginning, name of the advocates, in the beginning, had Mr. Takamasa, Lana Senior Counsel, who is also the Lana amicus query, duly appointed by this court. Also had Mr. Imti Imsong, Lana Additional Advocate General, Nagaland, Mr. Tibizumi, Lana Counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent number 19, Mr. N. Mr. Longkumar Fox, respondent number 20, and Mr. George, the authority engineer, NHIDCL, who is present in person before this court, and before that, and Mr. Muazzami for Mr. The Lana Counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent number 6 and 7. 6, 7, and 16. And who else?
That's all.
Okay.
In fact, Lordship, the direction is already issued by this local court that the official, that the senior of NHID's official will be present on all occasions to assist the board, but except the authority engineer their action. So, and from next occasion onward, it should be ensured that the concerned officers will be present. Otherwise, it is difficult to get up-to-date instruction.
List this matter again. Okay.
The expert comment was considered as a site visit
Today.
So in future, to ensure that they are present, unless since they are there, it's all right. If that message should be conveyed to the officers.
List this matter again on
16.
July 16.
Yes.
Okay, 16 July.
Your worship,
When it was directed, as per the earlier direction, all the officer concerns are.
Well, if the nodal officer of any child is to be present in future.
Okay, so on which, okay, on the next stage, the concerned engineers and the nodal officers.
As directed earlier.
Okay, so remain present in the court as directed earlier.
Yes.
Okay.
worship, of that because I think the direction will be given to the registry to accommodate at least a small space in the boss is step. It is not machinery step. So we need some more space. Respondent may go ahead.
not reflected, it's.
Respond.
State is not machinery.
Oh.
So
In the
space will be allowed. It's not machinery. Shopping is not there. Close pedal park. Space is not there.
The registration reflect the name of the additional AG as a in the cause list as a respondent as respondent number. Okay,
4 and 5.
state is respondent number 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3. 3, 4, and 5. Okay.
Which
Okay.
For admission. Item number 2.
Please, your lordships.
Yes.
Lordships, may kindly peruse the order dated 4/6/2025. The last order of this honorable court, 4/6/2025.
Yes.
And if your lordships will come to the last part of the order, which starts from Mr. Mua Jamir.
Yes.
Mr. Muaz Jamil, legal counsel for the respondent number 2 and 8, submits that with regard to the stretch of the road measuring about 100 meters, chainage number 191 plus 950 to 192 plus 0.50, which has been completely washed out near Kesama exit gate under Pesama village area. An expert committee has been proposed to be set up at the earliest, and the committee will examine and submit the proposal as to what measures can be undertaken to restore the washed out stretch of the road, and accordingly seeks for 3 weeks' time to place the expert committee proposal before the court. So 3 weeks' time, my lords, was sought to place the report of the expert committee. Now, an affidavit has been filed on 24th. The lordship got that? By the respondents 2 and 8, that is the NHIDCL.
Affidavit.
Filed on, yesterday.
24.
It was filed on 24/6/25 in edition.
Yes.
Have your lordships got that?
Just a minute. Just a minute.
24/6.
Affidavit. 24.
Of respondents 2 and 8.
Yes.
If your lordships can come straight to paragraph 2, beginning from paragraph 2.
Yes.
That with regard to above, the competent authority HQ NHIDCL has constituted an expert committee for investigation of the subsidence sinking triggered near Kesama Heritage Village, Exit Road, and Pesama Village. The process shall follow site visit and submission of suitable proposal outlining remedial measures and restoration plans for the affected area. And paragraph 3, that the committee members are scheduled to visit the sinking areas in Kohima Mau Road section from 24/6/2025 to 26/6/2025, and the visit is currently underway. Then we can skip paragraph 4, paragraph 5, my lords. Furthermore, additional land has been proposed to be acquired for 9,000 square meters on the hillside and 4,500 square meters on valley side in view of temporary measures to be undertaken for restoration at the sinking area. The proposed land has been assessed by the district administration, and proposal has been forwarded for approval to the competent authority of the state government, which is under consideration. So 2 things here, your lordships. Firstly, the expert committee report is not before this honorable court today.
Yes.
That has not been filed as was prayed for on the last occasion. And the second point of note, your lordship, is that the proposed land has been assessed by the district. It's paragraph 5. If your lordships come back to paragraph 5 again.
Yes.
The proposed land has been assessed by the district administration, and proposal has been forwarded for approval of the competent authority of the state government, which is under consideration. So thus far, nothing has been done. But why I am stressing on this paragraph 5, your lordships, is this. If I may, for a moment, take your lordships to the provisions of the National Highways Act. Your lordship, National Highways is governed by the National Highways Act 1956. And how land is to be acquired, how national highways are to be built, constructed, operated, maintained, it is all prescribed under the National Highways Act. And the MRTH, your lordship, the MRTH has issued a comprehensive guideline with regard to how land should be acquired for national highways and how national highways should be constructed. So, your lordship, right from the first day on which I was appointed as amicus curiae by this honorable court, I have been trying to impress upon this honorable court that thus far, the problems we are facing in the construction of national highways is because the MORTH as well as the NHIDCL is not following its own instructions, its own guidelines in terms of the National Highways Act. So there are 2 guidelines holding the field. Your lordships may kindly note this. There is a guideline which is dated 28 December 2017. I have not placed it before your lordships today, but the MRTH as well as the NHIDCL, my learned friend Mr. Muaz Jamil is representing both the MRTH as well as the NHIDCL. He can place these guidelines issued by the MORTH before his honorable court, and all matters will become very much more simpler, your lordships. So the first notification guideline is dated 28 December 2017. The second guideline, which more or less reiterates this guideline, is dated 10th May 2018. So at this stage, my lords, the council for the MORTH as well as the NHIDCL may be directed to place these two guidelines before His Honorable Court. That will solve many problems, not only in this case, but even in the previous case also, Your Lordships. These are detailed guidelines under the National Highways Act 1956 and the Acquisition Act. Why I am saying this, Your Lordships, is this. In the affidavit, again, there is an abdication of responsibility by the MORTH as well as the NHIDCL. At paragraph 5, the same sentence, Your Lordships, the proposed land has been assessed by the district administration and proposal has been forwarded for approval to the competent authority of the state government which is under consideration. Now, if these guidelines are perused, Your Lordships will come to the clear conclusion that the MORTH as well as the NHIDCL are dragging their feet insofar as national highways in the state are concerned. And insofar as this road is concerned, Your Lordships, this stretch just below Kisama in Pesama village, it has not been washed out, it has completely collapsed. It has not just been washed out, it has completely collapsed. This would mean, Your Lordships, that the earlier contract has become incomplete as far as this stretch is concerned. And the MORTH as well as the NHIDCL has to take emergency steps because this is the lifeline for people who live beyond this particular stretch and even in the state of Manipur. And this is the road which connects the so-called Look East policy and Act East policy. So an MORTH and NHIDCL, they cannot be dragging their feet like this. On the last occasion, they were supposed to place the report of the expert committee today. From what we have seen in the affidavit, the expert committee is having a meeting today also on 26th. So I would suggest, Your Lordships, that an affidavit, the MORTH as well as the NHIDCL be directed to file affidavits with regard to how soon they can tackle this problem and what steps they intend to take by the next date. The road is completely gone, Your Lordships. It has not just been washed away, it has collapsed.
What is the present status otherwise? The collapsed one.
There is an alternative route which has been provided through Kisama, but that is not sufficient to meet the needs of the commuters.
The alternative road.
Yes, it is through Kisama.
Through Kisama. So there is alternative road.
Yes.
Okay. So sufficient all those symbols.
Not for heavy vehicles. Yeah. Not for heavy vehicles, Your Lordships. Just light vehicles.
Oh, not for heavy vehicles.
No, not for heavy vehicles.
So how long this will take? Say, now the visit is going on, of course. Site visit. It'll till tomorrow. So thereafter only the report will be submitted. So after submission of report only the work probably will start, or what?
It's for temporary measures as well as for permanent measures. The expert committee will submit this proposal for more the measures also. And we have also seen it in affidavit. We will submit a report. The expert committee will submit a report within a period of 7 days.
Within 7 days.
Yes, there's a clear action in the letter.
Yes.
In fact, immediately on 5th of June, the order was passed on 4th June, and on 5th of June, the expert committee was constituted.
Okay.
And this also covers the earlier PIR, the Pagla Bharat. This committee will also visit the.
Okay, the Pagla Bharat also.
Yes. So I get PIR.
And what about the acquisition process? Who's appearing for the government? Yes. Usually government takes time on these, you know.
Also there regarding the additional land which also be required.
Yes.
So I have to take the instruction from the authority. After the authority found there, I have to take instruction from the instruction. regarding the additional liabilities.
Okay, so
No.
what we do is you produced a guidelines 28/12/2017 as also the second guideline 2018.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes. And submit the
Yes,
report in
please.
7 days, expert committee report. Okay, and in the meantime, you maintain the urgency, including, of course, the alternative road, probably that needs to be maintained. And then regarding the acquisition, so you'll file affidavit
Yes, Your Lordships.
after the
Let
instruction.
the state also file an affidavit.
Regarding
Because,
acquisition of the lane,
yes,
the government
because if you're,
wants after the instruction.
Your Lordships, as far as the acquisition is concerned, if the two guidelines are taken into account, that will also in some ways address the issue of acquisition.
Check.
Just a minute, Mr. Ejimomi, MIK story. Yes, yes, take it. Mr. Ejimomi, MIK story. Mr. Imsong. Also had Mr. Imsong, additional advocate general. We direct that one. We direct that one. Yes. Only that. In the meantime, okay. Additional advocate general for the state respondent. Okay. And Mr. Muaz Jamil for respondent number 1, 2, and 8. And who else? Okay. Earlier, while submitting while in the affidavit is directed by this court. And while in the affidavit filed by the respondent in compliance of the earlier direction. Stated that the work were unable to be completed by the contractor due to unseasonal rains and early monsoon affecting the area. Moreover, due to heavy rainfall, a complete section of the road for the length of 100 meters has been completely washed out near Kisama exit gate under Fesama village area. In that regard, Mr. Muaz Jamilani counsel for the respondent number 2, 3, and 8 submitted that with regards to the stretch of the road measuring about 100 meters within bracket chainage number 191 plus 950 to 192 plus 0.50 bracket close, which has been completely washed out near Kisama exit gate under Fesama village area. An expert committee has been proposed to be set up who will examine and submit the proposal as to what measures can be undertaken to restore the washed out stretch of the road and pray for some time. Prayer was allowed. Today, by filing the affidavit, the respondent number 2 and 8 submits that the process shall follow site visit and submission of suitable proposal outline remedial measures and restoration plans for the affected area. We submit that the committee members have scheduled to are scheduled to visit the sinking area in Kohima Moa Road section from 24/6 to 24/6/25 to 26/6/25, and the visit is currently underway. The committee will submit the report within 7 days from today, staff. So, as you know, my first to some is that the Nana Council for the respondent may be directed to produce the 2 guidelines.
To place on record, Your Lordships. To place on record.
Okay, directed to place on record the 2 guidelines. Guidelines were issued by
MORTH. MORTH.
MRDH. That is the guidelines issued on 28/12/2017, and the first guideline issued on 28/12/2017, and the second guideline issued on 2018.
10/5.
10/5/2018. 10/5/2018.
Guidelines for acquisition of land under the National Highways Act 1956.
As well as
Those are the names of the guidelines, my lord.
that, okay, this is under the National Highway.
Yes, guidelines for the acquisition of land under the National Highways Act 1956.
Okay, okay, that guidelines for acquisition of the land under National Highway Act.
Yes.
Okay. What was the submission regarding the acquisition of land? What you are going to file affidavit, obtain instruction.
Obtain instruction.
Okay. Mr. Msong, Team Song. Learned Additional Advocate General. Praise for some time. So regarding the proposal to be acquired, regarding the proposal for acquiring of additional land for 900 square meter on the hillside and 450 square meter on valley side. Now, Mr. Tim Song, Learned Additional AG, seek for some time to obtain instruction and to file affidavit. Staff. The proposed land has been assessed by, land has been already assessed. The proposed land has already been assessed. Okay, this assessed is this 909, okay.
This we acquired.
The prayer is allowed. Such affidavit shall be filed within 2 weeks from today. Okay, Mr. Sorry, the respondent number 2 to 8 shall also file
1, 2, and 8, my lord.
1, 2, and 8. Apart from filing the report within 7 days, shall also file, bring on record the aforesaid National Highway Act guideline, two National Highway Act guidelines as mentioned above. So within 2 weeks. Okay. List this matter again on. It will be
On the reopening, my lords, on the reopening,
we'll fix it on the same day, 23 July.
very well, my lords.
Yes, 23 July. Okay.
Because 20 cases now on 16. So go to 2022.
2 days. Okay.
Much obliged, my lords.
For admission, item numbers 3 and 4.
Your Lordships, I'm available on behalf of my senior counsel for the petition. Since the counsel for respondent 1, 2, and 3 is on the 20, this is matter for 3 weeks.
Okay, your miss appearing on behalf of
Major question.
Ms. Nito Koza,
Petition.
Nana counsel for the petitioner, prays for adjournment. You are seeking adjournment.
Yes.
Adjournment of the matter for the day staff. To which the land council for the respondent has no objection. Prayer allowed. List this matter after the ends. After 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Okay.
For admission, item number 6.
For this petition, the appellant, she was appointed in the sanction post. The appellant was appointed in the sanction post.
Yes.
That is page 51. Right, page 52. Ms. Clear, Srimati Sergeant Sahib is temporarily appointed as sweeper in the office of Assistant Director, Government Press Branch, Mohawk, as contingency basis.
Page 51.
Yes.
It's not clear. You have a type copy.
It's a
Type copy. Okay, Srimati Swain.
Yes.
No, what this notice has not yet been issued. Already issued. Okay, appeared.
It's all government in Malayalam frame.
This writ appeal is against what? Against
Yes. What?
the judgment passed by the single bench.
One. Dated 28 of 2024. Paragraph is very clear. The facts of the case in brief are as under. By order pages 26 Jan 1980, issued by the Director of Printing Institution and Kohima, was temporarily appointed as sweeper in the Office of Assistant Director, Government Praise Mohawk, on conducted basis with the data 375 per month. With the effect from the data petitioner being the appointment was made against the post sanctioned by number is TY 2679 bracketed by dated 9/6/1980. This the petitioner appointment in the sanction post is not denied by the respondent government. All of them. You are certain?
Okay, so not yet admitted.
No.
We'll admit and have hearing. Hmm? Okay,
Yes, we said for hearing.
yes. Hard, mister.
Are you filing any objections? No.
No, a record need to be called for? Record is there. Record need to be called for? Whether the record is need to be called for? Not required. Okay. Hard, Mr. MT. MT Longchair, Land Council for the petitioner. We have also heard Mr. Moaim Singh, Land Senior Government Advocate, appearing on behalf of all the respondents. 1 to 6. The appeal is admitted for hearing. Record not required. Okay, and you are not filing any objection. Okay. Since the parties are due to represented, that this matter will be listed for hearing after 3 weeks. Okay.
For orders, item number 8.
This is the one that I've been mentioning in the morning.
Oh, yes.
Supreme Court.
This was,
Placed in the order of the Supreme Court.
okay.
Earlier,
Okay, Mr. I,
Apok-
Apok Pongner, Land Council for the appellant, submits that earlier also you submit, okay, submits that the Honorable Supreme Court number is not
something that we know I not that.
judgment, huh? Okay. Okay. Then hard vote, huh? Tibapom also.
My God, I'm being on behalf of this is the additional.
Okay, appearing on behalf of additional AG, appearing on behalf of LT Sangha, additional AG, staff, huh? Mr. Apok from the Land Council for the petition submits that since the matter is still pending before the it was earlier came into record. Since this matter is pending before the
Similar matter.
similar matter is pending before the Honorable Supreme Court. This matter may be listed after the disposal of the said SLP, huh? Number. Now we have to.
SLP.
Where is the number?
SLP 25548.
SLP 25548/2012. SLP C numbers, huh? 25548/2012. Okay. The prayer is allowed. Please it accordingly. Okay.
For orders, item number 9.
May it please, Your Lordship. But I am appearing on behalf of the applicant and NHIDCL and have filed this IN number 28 of 2025. But the issue relates to this particular writ appeal, that the private respondents, they have instituted a writ petition claiming their compensation with regard to this construction of the road. The road is very important.
State has filed this IA. IA
by the NHIDCL.
I filed the IA for continuation of delay.
Okay, you
Just
have
the delay of 100.
already condoned, not yet.
No, not.
You have objection. You have objection to the condonation of delay.
Your Lordships, Your Lordships,
Yes.
I have instructions to appear for the respondent writ petitioners.
Okay, so you have
I
any
have-
objection to the
I
condemnation?
have not yet filed my bar, Your Lordships, but then as far as the condemnation petition is concerned, I have no objection.
Okay, so and who is for other respondent? Do you have? Who is the other respondent?
The other respondent was PDS site here.
Okay, Mr. Saikia, do you have any objection to the condemnation?
No, my lord.
No,
We
no?
are appearing for 63 and 64.
Okay, no objection to the
No
condemnation?
objection.
Okay,
No, my lord, no.
hard Ms. Sukre, will condemn. Okay, hard Ms. Sukre. Learned additional AG for the applicant. This is an application filed under Section 5 of the Limitation Act 1963 for condonation of delay of 118 days in filing the connected writ appeal. Stop. The ground for delay in filing the connected appeal is
Page 11, paragraph 4.
explained in para 4 of the delay condonation petition. Stop. On having heard and considering the ground, considering the ground stated in the above paragraph, we are of the opinion that the applicant was prevented by a sufficient cause for not preferring the connected appeal within the stipulated time. Stop. Moreover, the Learned Counsel appearing on behalf of the respondent has no objection in condoning the delay. Stop. In view of the above, the delay of 18 days in preferring the connected 18 days is hereby condoned. Stop. With the above, this I stands disposed of. Okay.
Lordships, the appeal may be admitted and a time fixed for hearing.
Okay. Hard Ms. Shukri, Learned additional AG, Learned additional AG for this appellant. Also had, who is for the respondent?
For the respondent writ petition as well.
Yeah, there is writ petition.
Yes, my lord. So I will be for it now the respondent writ petitioners.
Okay. Yes, respondent number, how many respondents are there?
Your Lordship, I haven't got a copy of the writ appeal as yet.
Okay, will issue notice then? Will issue notice?
Very well, my lords. Very well.
Okay.
And otherwise, the appeal can be admitted. She can serve copies to me later on, Your Lordships. If the parties are mentioned, it's fine.
They are already appearing. Just let the servant give copies to
Yes,
you
yes.
and admit it.
Also had.
That means all
Mr.
the
also had
respondents have
Mr.
now entered.
Also had Mr.
Yes, yes, yes.
Also had Mr. Is good, your good name? Who is for the respondent?
I'm for the 63 and 64. And it's
63 and-
and 63 and 64.
Okay, and Mr. Jimomi for respondent.
I'm for the writ petitioners, Your Lordship. So I will be the respondents in this appeal.
Private respondents.
Petitioner is respondent number? Okay. Also had Mr. Jimomi, who could appear on behalf of the respondent number 1 to 60. 1 to 60?
62.
62. And also Mr. His name,
Something Saikia.
Saikia.
Is a Saikia.
Yes, senior. Okay, he is a senior. Degenerate senior. Okay, assisted by? Asina Longkumar, Learned Counsel for the Learned Counsel appearing on behalf of the 63 and 64. Okay, stop. Issue notice since all the parties are being represented. No formal notice need be issued to the respondents. Stop. However, the appellant shall furnish adequate shall furnish
Requisite copies.
requisite extra copies to the respondents within.
Subject to the itself also.
Okay, during the course of the days, stop, huh? Then list is, then this appeal is admitted. Okay,
Yes, yes, Your Lordships.
admitted. Huh?
They said after 3 weeks, my lords. They said after 3 weeks, for hearing.
Okay. List is matter after 3 weeks.
3 weeks for hearing.
May I pray for a date, my lord, if possible, my lord, convenient.
When suggest the date.
Can be on 6th of August or 30th of July, 2025 or
6th of August. 6th August.
30th of July. 30th of July, Your Lordship.
Yes.
30th of July.
Yes, Your Lordship. That's a Wednesday.
30th of July. Okay. Okay.
But another I have, the NHIDCL has filed, that is I number 98 of 2025.
This is for what?
This is, my lord, basically the issue in the writ petition as well as the writ appeal, whether the compensation amount to be paid under the this right to fair of this 2013 Act or as per the Nagaland State Act. That is the issue. Otherwise, no party, neither the state or the private respondent has any objection with regard to the acquisition and construction of the road. But because of this litigation, obstructions have been created by the private respondents. We have also approached the state government to see that the obstructions are removed, because we will be ultimately abide by the order of this court with regard to the payment. Ultimately, we will be paying. So my prayer in this application to take adequate measure by the state government and also the private respondents should remove the hindrance so the construction can go, because it's a bypass and it's a very important with regard to at the point of the public interest. So at least construction should be should go ahead, and for that both the parties, state government as well as private respondent, take adequate measures so that no hindrance have been caused in the road. Subject to correction, none of the parties have any objection with regard to the acquisition as well as construction of the road. Only with regard to the compensation. The dispute.
Your Lordships, as far as this IA is concerned, Your Lordships will come to the paragraph 6 of this application. Paragraph 6 of this application, which is IA 98. IA 98.
Yes.
Yes. May I read, my lords? That the applicant states that although the applicant had earlier filed IA 121 of 2024, seeking for a direction to the opposite party's writ petitioners to allow the applicants for execution of the construction work by allowing access to the site to take key equipments and vehicles, etc., as well as to allow workers to perform their duties. However, the aforesaid writ petition, WPC number 5022, having been disposed of by judgment and order dated 29/11/24, and no effective order could be passed in the said interlocutory application. So, Your Lordships, the point of note here is, I have filed an affidavit on 17/9/2024 in response to this IA, and I have completely denied the accusation that the writ petitioners are obstructing the construction work. Now, this IA is a reiteration of the same IA which was filed earlier before the disposal of the writ petition. So I do not know, Your Lordship, there may be some obstruction being made, obstruction for the NHIDCL and the contractor, but it is certainly not by me. That is the point I wish to make, Your Lordships.
So if this submission is recorded, the state is directed to take necessary measures so the construction can go ahead. That is can be disposed of even at this stage. Or Lordship may issue notice today. Since the council is disclosing that there is no obstruction from the writ petitioner side. So only thing is that it may create a law and order situation. So state may take some adequate measures so that the construction can go ahead.
Lordship, this matter is with regard to Kohima bypass road, where the petitioner, they are claiming for compensation under the 2013 Act. So here, what this year is saying is that the private respondent number 1 to 62 are obstructing the construction of the road. So in that case, your lordship may pass a necessary order that respondent number 1 to 62 do not hamper the ongoing work.
No, that is not fair. That is not fair, your lordships. And coming from the state, I find that objectionable. The state has not filed any affidavit. It is only the NHRSL which has filed an affidavit. And I have filed my affidavit in opposition to that application, saying that none of the petitioners have obstructed or impeded the construction of the work.
Then if that is the case, that may be reported in the IA, your lordship. That none of the
Otherwise, if the state is going to take this stand, your lordships, they permit me to file an objection to this IA.
So you want to file objection?
Yes, your lordship. Given the state stand that I am impeding the construction of the work, I wish to file an affidavit, not because of what the applicant is saying, but because of what the state is saying, your lordships.
So that's what I have been informed by the concerned authority.
You let him file an affidavit. Why is he relying on the affidavit of NHRECL, your lordships? Where is the complaint? But that any of the petitioners, by name, has been impeding the construction of the contract. In that case, your lordships, in the IA of 98, permit me to file my objection, your lordships.
So
Since Mr. Jimomi has already said none of the writ petitioners have any objection. The only thing is that whether state has any objection with regard to the construction. So firstly, dispute.
it said no objection.
Dispute with regard to the amount, whether it will be under the 2013 Act or.
Your lordships, because of the stand taken by the writ petitioners, the state may have objected indirectly.
That is not on record.
We are not objecting, we want the word to continue.
But the issue involves
So then
public interest.
the prayer is only for.
Yes.
Just a minute.
Prayer is also that only to let them allow them to continue.
So then we'll allow
Yes.
since nobody is objecting, we'll allow them to continue with the work.
And the state should be entrusted with the responsibility to see that.
The direction to the state, we just maintain.
Yes, police authority or
Yes, the
whatever.
state can
measures.
provide some security measures. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we'll dispose of that way, Mr.
Then we can
Jimomi.
dispose.
Yes, your lordship, but then
No, that.
should not be given to me, saying that I am responsible for
You're permitting
obstruction.
that no one is objecting.
Yes, your lordships.
Okay,
Yes, your lordship.
we'll
You are not
dispose of
objecting.
it.
Very well, my lords.
We'll dispose of
Very
it.
well.
Okay, hard, Mr. His name, huh?
I'm psychiatrist.
Okay. Now the counsel for the applicant. Also had Mr. Jimomi is for respondent number 1, 2. Mr. Jimomi is for respondent number 1, 2.
1 to 62. 1
And,
to 62.
and state is for respondent number? No, state is.
In this IAM, the state will be respondent number
65.
1 to.
In this state would be respondent number
1 to 5.
1 to 5.
Yes, and 6 to 64. Mr. Jimomi will be perhaps
No, no.
appearing.
No, state is
on private
respondent number.
respondents. 6 to 67. 6 to
No.
67. They already
No, state is 1 to 5.
1 to 5.
No.
No, no.
In
No,
the
no.
IA.
It's
In the
private
IA.
respondent.
In the IA, with due respect to my learned friend, Mrs. Sakia, in your application, your lordship, in your application, the applicant is the NHRECL and the opposite party is already the state.
No. Our applicants.
What is the name of the state in the IA?
Yes, I'm coming to that.
Come, please see page 14 of your
Okay,
application.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 and 4, 5. Okay. And then Mr. Jimomi for 6 to 60.
6 to 67.
67. Okay. So then we'll pass order. Okay. That after 2.
I think that it's the common judgment order. So here also we are seeking for 108
Same.
this condemnation of the
Is there any other matter also?
Which matter?
One hearing matter. Then we'll have to come back again at 2. We'll continue at 2. So this is connected with this.
Yes.
Okay. Out of the same. Okay. Out of same judge. The condonation to that also. Which one? IA. Similar order. If there is no objection in IA 64.
In item number 10, Your Lordship? Item 10?
63.
Item 10.
Item 10, are we on item 10, Your Lordships?
Yes.
No objection as far as condonation to be same, Your Lordships.
Similar order in item.
Respondents number will be different.
Respondent numbers will be different. Okay, then Mr. Who are then the respondent number? State is sorry. Jimum is for 1 to 31 and Mr. Saikia for 32, 33 and 34. Okay. And then the delay delay of how many days here? 118 days. Same. Okay. 118 days. Delay con.
34 is not entered appearance.
It's not entered appearance, but it's only a performer respondent.
Performer respondent. Okay. Okay. And they are also notice issued?
Yes, and they have entered appearance.
Enter appearance. Okay. It's the same, similar order. Okay.
So
Only the respondent will be different.
Yeah.
Okay. So, why don't what we'll do is July probably. We'll fix it on what was your suggestion date on August?
30th July, Lordships. We have fixed the early case on 30th July.
No, 30th July or August?
Or 6th of August.
We'll fix it on 6th August, Mr. Juma.
So, Your Lordship, the earlier case and this case are interrelated.
Earlier also.
Yes.
We fix it on 6th August.
6th August?
Both.
Very well, my lords. 6th August is fine.
6th August. Okay.
Both cases then, my lords? Both cases?
Yes, both. Both on 6th. Okay.
Much obliged, my lords.
So, yours otherwise, the hearing is ready otherwise. What is this matter about? Short matter. We'll come back.
When he says short, but usually.
Short matter, then we'll. Then at 2. Okay.
Very short.
For hearing,
Is,
for hearing, item number 29.
actually, lately, what we realized, in the morning itself, we should have indicated you, because we are here for today only. And hereafter, I, for one, of course, don't want to.
Places again.
Yes, Your Lordships, but here, the only direction that will be given by this, honorable court, this division bench is, to issue advertisement, because I was appointed without public advertisement, that I agree, Your Lordships.
Okay.
Now, the private respondent here.
It's a writ appeal only.
This is a writ appeal.
But then you see judgment again, it looks like simple, but then it'll take, I don't want to carry it as a CIB. Friday afternoon I'm leaving, and she's also out of, Madam, sister also will be out of the station.
If not,
Thereafter.
I will, issue a direction for public advertisement, allow the present appellant also to appear, because the private respondent here was the petitioner before a single bench. And he claimed on the basis of land ownership, but they have already received on the basis of land ownership. But the learned single bench.
Whether the private respondent is present? No.
The order has already been passed by this own court to proceed ex parte because
Oh.
repeated summons, and after justice service also, he did not
They are
appear.
not coming.
So,
See, it may seem very simple, but
Yes,
for the
yes.
court, we have to write everything, the whole
Yeah.
background, nah?
Lordships.
It takes time.
Can you just take up immediately after the vacation?
My lord.
Immediately after the vacation? Because it's carrying the file, I have had, of course, bad experience carrying the file for CAB. It's a little difficult, especially during vacation.
No, that is the problem.
And most probably, we will also not be together, probably for another.
The vacation also where.
No,
will be
after vacation also for another 1 month, we will not be together. It will be little difficult. No. So, after vacation,
Yes, your lordships. We will also have to accommodate your lordships. Yes, it's also.
Yeah.
There is a problem actually.
okay, that means
Very
the matter
genuine.
proceeds ex parte against the private respondent. His private respondent is not contesting the case.
Yes, not.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Joshua Sekilani, counsel for the petitioner is present. Mr. Tiva from Nanek. Government advocate is also present. However, due to paucity of time, the matter could not be taken up for hearing. And accordingly, list this matter immediately after the ensuing summer vacation.
My lord.
Okay.
Your lordships. Lordships. Much.
Yes.